Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to record a quick message. Yesterday, I was speaking to a friend on the phone, and we were talking about the importance of a schedule for children. And I think that's even more important because a lot of children are at home with their parents all day, every day. So when Maria was younger and she used to get off the bus from school, our driveway was very tilted, so it was steep. So I used to go out there and meet her, or our caregiver would go out there and meet her at the bus. And I remember she would drive her wheelchair like really fast, like she was on a roller coaster or something down the driveway. And I would always tell her, Maria, you need to be careful. You know, you're going to go tumbling over. And she was sassy. She would, talk back to me. She's nonverbal, but she would, her little sassy self. And so, anyway, when she got in the house, we had a routine. So she would come in, whatever activity she had to do, she would complete that. Because when she was in middle school, she was actually in collaborative classes. So she would use her Dynavox in class. She would have some homework. She'd come home, she'd do her little work. She'd watch her little shows while I was cooking dinner. And then what I did was to make her feel like she was part of the process. Every school year, at the beginning of the school year, I would call her over to the table. So she'd drive her wheelchair all through the house. She'd come up to the table, and she wouldn't stop short of the table. She would literally run into the table with her wheelchair, and she'd look at me and she'd start laughing because she knew she was doing something she shouldn't have been doing, but she was going to do it anyway. So anyway, we would sit there at the table, and I think her bedtime started at like 7:30, but as she moved up in grade level, her bedtime got extended by half an hour. Yes, I was that strict parent. So I would say, Maria, you're currently going to bed at 7:30. Do you think it's time, that we up that to 8 o'clock? And so of course she's saying yes, because she's nosy. She's a kid. She wants to stay up as late as possible. Including her in that gave her some buy-in. So being able to be a part of the process made her buy into the process. Every child needs to, in my opinion, I wanted Maria to feel like she had a voice. Not necessarily running the household, because that could never happen for me, but I wanted her to know that it was okay to advocate for herself, because of course raising a healthy child into adulthood would make everything happier as far as our relationship in the future. So she would say yes, and we'd set her bedtime at 8. And so we had a routine. After dinner, she would take her shower or her bath. We'd watch a little TV while her food digested, and then it was time to go to bed. And she knew what to expect. So children perform better when they know what to expect, when they know what's coming. I think that's very important, especially for special needs children. It takes a lot of anxiety out of the equation. It takes a lot of worry or stress out of the occasion. And it just makes everything flow better. Not only did it work for her, but it worked for me. It freed up time for me to do what I needed to do in the evenings. So just wanted to talk about scheduling and how it can be beneficial for children as well as adults, and how it helped me in raising Maria. It was always hardest when daylight savings time came, because of course then you have that hour where it's still daylight outside, and she's looking at me like I'm crazy because of course I'm telling her it's time for bed. So we did have little struggles here and there, but I made it a point to always keep her on a schedule. And I think that has definitely benefited my life. So I wanted to share that with you all. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.